So if you have watched my video from yesterday, this emergency video what I made just for you guys, right? We knew that the price of Bitcoin was showing this weakness because we saw that each and every time the price of Bitcoin has tried to break out of this previous temporary support line, what has happened? The price of Bitcoin has showed this bigger retracement because we know, guys, this line, right, the lower line from this ascending channel was a very strong line of support. Each and every time the price saw this retracement, after that we saw this relief rally, and yesterday when the price of Bitcoin was trying to re-enter above this exact line which previously acted as a support, we got a rejection. You can see we got a rejection, and after that we also saw this price retracement. And now the question here is, how low is the price of Bitcoin going to go? Because right now we are again hovering around this 35,000 price area, because we know not just only the ascending channel lower line is actually acting as a resistance, but also this rising trend line, because we have seen, guys, just like with this ascending channel, right, this rising trend line, once the price broke the support, we saw this bigger price retracement. And in our case, the price of Bitcoin did exactly the same thing, broke the support, and now we are seeing this bigger price retracement, because we knew, guys, we knew the price of Bitcoin, right, the price of Bitcoin was actually trying to re-enter above this falling trend line which I showed you on my emergency video, because we knew this same falling trend line was holding the price, right, was holding the price. You can see each and every retracement around that area. After that, we saw this relief rally. In our case, if you look at this price action yesterday when the price of Bitcoin was around 37,100, 37,200, I made it very, very clear. Only after breaking above this previous temporary support line, right, which could be acting as a resistance, only then this relief rally is going to continue. Otherwise, this is going to be a rejection, right, rejection around this previous temporary support line, and price showing this further retracement here to the downward direction. And this is exactly what we are also witnessing right now with price action of Bitcoin. So now if this trend is going to continue, this rally here to the downside, where are we possibly heading next? So before I show you that, guys, I just want to make you aware, if you haven't destroyed that like button yet, then please do it right now. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So now let me switch the chart. So right now, if you look at this price action here in a 4-hour time frame using this CPR indicator, this central pivot range indicator has always been one of the best indicator for Bitcoin according to my analysis, because we know each and every time the price of Bitcoin has lost the support from this CPR line, we in a downtrend has always got gravitated towards the monthly S1 line, and in an uptrend we got gravitated towards the monthly R1 line. You can see, right? So now the question here is, where are we heading? Because the price of Bitcoin has already lost the support from the CPR lines. We failed to find a proper support above it, because you know the daily never got a chance to find a proper support above it. You can see we broke out of it, but the daily again showed this bigger retracement. Now right now, if you look at this price action, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin is clearly heading towards this monthly S1 line at this current stage. And this monthly S1 for this May month is going to be a very, very important line of support for Bitcoin, which right now is lying around 34,300 price area. So that's why, guys, if the price of Bitcoin, right, is going to fail to find support around this 36,000 range, then you can see this monthly S1 line is where we could be getting gravitated, and which is lying around 34,300 price area. Because we know, guys, we know in a downtrend, right, in a downtrend, whenever the price of Bitcoin has lost the support from this monthly CPR line, after that we also got gravitated towards the monthly S1 line, right? In an uptrend, as I've already made very, very clear, in an uptrend, price usually gets gravitated towards the monthly R1 line. Only after that chooses a trend direction. And in our case, since we are clearly below the CPR line, it is also a sign of weakness, right? And also a potential, right, potential continuation here in this manner. Even if we are going to see any sort of a relief rally right now, please be careful, because this monthly S1 line is still open, because the price is also below the bottom CPR line. And right now, guys, along with this example, what I also want to include, which actually shows us the price could be seeing this retracement towards the monthly S1 line before again showing this relief rally type of scenario at this current stage. Let me show you with this example here. So if we look at this price action here in a daily time frame, let me add this very interesting price movement, because if we look at the price action of Bitcoin here in this manner, you can see, guys, this here looks like more of a channel where the price of Bitcoin got rejection, right? After approaching around this upper line from this ascending channel, each and every time the price of Bitcoin tried to break out of this upper trend line, we got a rejection. If you look at this in this way, no problem. You can see this falling trend line always acted as a resistance, and here to the downside, this trend line, the lower line, acted as a support, right? Support. So now, if the price of Bitcoin is going to see this further retracement, where we could be getting gravitated, we could be getting gravitating towards the lower line area of this descending channel. So that's why, guys, this lower line area could again be around this 34,000. So that's why this monthly S1 line also could make a lot of sense. So that's why, even if we are going to see any sort of a relief rally again here in the price action of Bitcoin, let's suppose from this swing high till this swing low, even if we are going to see any sort of relief rally, the price of Bitcoin have to overcome this obstacle around this 38,300, 38,400 range. Because if we do that, I mean, if the price shows this relief rally, also finds a proper support above this 38,400, 38,500, then maybe this trend could be actually continue, and this was just a fake out. Otherwise this is going to be a movement here in this manner, a small relief rally type of scenario, right? And then again breaking here to the downward direction towards the monthly S1 line. And beside this example, guys, what we are not allowed to forget is this Wyckoff's market cycle, because according to the Wyckoff's market cycle, the price of Bitcoin was clearly forming this redistribution phase. And now, since we are also below this parallel channel or the horizontal channel, the support line, right, which was around 37,400, this here is also a clear sign of weakness, because according to this Wyckoff cycle, you can see before price starts with this new Markov phase, it usually shows this accumulation phase. Price starts accumulating, right, and slowly continue this rally here to the upper direction, which is also known as a Markov phase. After the Markov phase, we will see a distribution phase, right? And after the distribution phase, what happens? A markdown phase. And this markdown phase, along with this possible redistribution scenario, according to this Wyckoff, if this is an exact scenario just like here, right, a consolidation or a redistribution before price breaking it to the downside, then we are aware, guys, the new Markov phase could only happen after a proper accumulation phase for Bitcoin. And only after this proper accumulation phase, we could be starting this new Markov phase, just like as shown here in example. So these are some of the interesting scenario I thought sharing with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.